welcome to ENN. Today is December 31st, 2009, and today we'll be covering the most memorable events such as politics, economics, social trends, and sports and entertainment. So stay tuned on ENN. 25th, 2011, a memorable female by the name of Aaliyah passed away in a tragic plane crash instantly after takeoff. She was an inspirational singer and actress and will be missed. In honor of her passing, we have a special tribute to her today on ENN.
What a lovely tribute. Now for foreign affairs. The relationship between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia stood strong. They were allied forces, and we believed that everything was good between us and this foreign country. Then the Al-Qaeda, a group that didn't like the U.S., decided to send 2 planes into the World Trade Center in New York. This event killed many civilians and took innocent people's lives. In loving memory, every September 9/11, we give respect to those whose lives were taken away in this tragic event. We still have a good relationship with Saudi Arabia, minus the few who are in the group Al-Qaeda.
Thanks, Devin. And now for the politics. Here I have statistics based off polls about people's trust and attitudes towards the government for the past decade. In 2000, near the end of the Clinton presidency, trust exceeds 40% for the first time in nearly a decade at 42%. In 2001, post 9/11 public confidence in nearly all institutions increased sharply to 60%. In 2003, trust falls steeply due to the debate over the Iraq War to a 36% of trust. In 2005, following Hurricane Katrina, trust in the government drops another 5% to 37%. In 2008, following the financial crisis and bank bailout, trust matches a historic 1994 low and is the lowest trust percentage of our decade at 17%. Now,
our economy went through a huge recession due to the big businesses and Wall Street. We're going to go live to Bernie, who is interviewing people that went through the recession and how it affected their lives, how it affected their family, and their homes. Live to you, Bernie.
17%. Now, I'm going to interview this young man about how he dealt with the crisis and what his thoughts are on the recession.
Well, the recession wasn't my most fond memory. I'm an independent contractor, and one of the worst things that we experienced was the gas prices going up. Because of having to drive long distances, I wasn't able to get to all my jobs. I almost lost my home in a short sale, but luckily things are picking up now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Now back to Devin. Hi, man. Quick question. How did you feel about the recession that took place in the late 2000s?
What recession?
Thank you, Bernie. Now back to foreign affairs. The American invasion of Iraq in March 2003 toppled the brutal government of Saddam Hussein, but unleashed a massive civil war that, as of late 2007, had no end in sight. In March 2003, the United States began their invasion in Iraq. They coordinated a satellite-guided Tomahawk cruise missile strike on Baghdad. In 2002 and 2003, President George Bush cited the possibility of Saddam Hussein acquiring weapons of chemical, biological, and nuclear weapons, and thus posing a direct threat to the United States as the main rationale for the preemptive invasion of Iraq. He and others, Mr. Hussein had direct ties to the Al-Qaeda terrorist organization founded by Osama bin Laden. President Bush began lowering troop levels in late 2007, and eventually all the troops were out of Iraq by 2011.
We are interviewing Johnny Damon, who just won the World Series after 86 years. How do you feel?
You know what? It's unbelievable. 86 years. Boston, this is for you. The Curse of the Bambino, everything that just happened, this is for you.
Politics. The election of the 44th president was a campaign based off of change. President Barack Obama, our first African American president, won this election. He was elected president November 4th, 2008, and sworn in on January 20th, 2009. Obama believed that he needed to unite people around who was a part of the Democratic Party, and his vice president was Senator Joe Biden from Delaware. And I quote, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change we seek." Barack Obama. Although many people say Obama won because of his nationality, he put on a great campaign and he made history in the books. Go Obama. Yes!
In the entertainment industry, Michael Jackson, known as the King of Pop and beloved by millions, was found unconscious and not breathing in his bed at his home in California on June 25, 2009, and was later pronounced dead at UCLA Medical Center. According to the coroner's report, Jackson died of heart failure.
Change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good.
Live from Tom Brady's home.
How's it going?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Do you mind if I ask you how you felt about losing the Super Bowl?
You know, it's...
Social trends. In the 2000s, we went from baggy clothes and jerseys to skinny jeans and flannel.
That came out in this decade was first Mean Girls. We all know the saying, "We wear pink on Wednesday," came from this movie. This movie was produced in 2014, and it was about a high school clique that ran the school, and it showed how teenage girls can be catty in ways. This taught a major lesson to teenage girls that when you get into high school, it's not all about cliques, but it's about the person you really are. Along with that, Twilight came out in 2000. That came out in this decade was first Mean Girls. We all know the saying, "We wear pink on Wednesday," came from this movie. This movie was produced in 2014, and it was about a high school clique that ran the school, and it showed how teenage girls can be catty in ways. This taught a major lesson to teenage girls that when you get into high school, it's not all about cliques, but it's about the person you really are. Along with that, Twilight came out in 2008. And was Jacob. This movie was about a vampire who fell in love with a high school average girl. They also have a book series to it, and there's many more to come. This movie got major hits in the theaters.
You're a jerk. I know. You're a jerk. 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 You're a jerk. No boy. 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 You're a jerk. 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 Jerky. Jerk. 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 Jerky. Jerk. 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 Jerky. Jerk. 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 Jerk.
Actress. In honor of her death, we have special tributes and pictures. No.